All right, guys, good morning. So today I'm gonna head out to do one of my monthly contracts cleanings. It's gonna be low moisture VLM. So this is what we're dealing with right here. We're doing a game room, and this area back here in the back, it's really dirty. This is the most popular area because it's towards the back and everybody wants to be away from the door. Darker back here, so this is always the challenge. And doing this low moisture, you know, we do a fairly good job, but really should be hot water extracted once every now and then. But you know, budget wise, this is what they want. So what we're doing, vacuuming, then we hit it. All right, guys, so here's my quick 1-minute review of the Probot. Hopefully the footage isn't too shaky, but I'm using Atomic from Magic Wand and the Probot from Magic Wand, and you can just see these stains just disappearing very easily. The machine's very quiet. Look at that, man, this is awesome. The machine's very quiet. It does a really good job at agitating and breaking up and lifting for commercial carpets, or even residential if they choose to go low moisture. But I mean, look at that. All right, so you can definitely see the difference when you're using the machine like this. I mean, it's super quiet, super easy to use. Anybody can use it, a beginner. So I routinely have new people helping me every now and then, especially with smaller jobs. And I just give them the machine and just say, hey, just push it like a lawnmower. And man, they pick it up quick. I can just leave them and go do what I need to do. So I've used this machine for everything, not just carpets. I use it for tile and grout to agitate. I use it to strip VCT tile. And I also use it for other things like concrete, when I need to do concrete and there's no pressure washing allowed. So I spray down some, usually just trash screen, and get to work, and it does a really good job. I've used it for polishing wood to, like, you know, sand wood down a little bit and then refinish it. And I work my machines hard. So this machine has been a godsend for my business. If I could go back and start again, sorry, it got unplugged. If I could go back and start again, I would definitely start with this machine only and work my way up to an electronic truck mount. So I was fortunate enough to be able to start with the electronic truck mount, but if your funds are limited and you're just trying to get in quick, you know, this machine is what, like less than $3,000, and you'll make some money. You'll make some money fast. With a couple of small commercial jobs, a couple offices, yeah, this thing is gonna pay for itself. I mean, check it out, man, look at the difference. I wish I would have gotten a before picture, but I mean, yeah, you see the difference. You see the difference, and very little chemical. This 4-gallon tank, I believe it's 4 gallons, will last you a good while. So it saves you on chemical. And man, look at that. Look at that, awesome. There's gum on here, so this is how I treat gum. I have my special mix, then I do that to break it up. Usually comes out fairly easy all the time, unless it's like super thick, and then we vacuum it up, and when we hit it with other chemical, it helps neutralize and remove this chemical from the carpet. So since we're running late today, it's not going to be that thorough of a job, but we will hit it. So I know there was another one over here. So this is going to be a little harder. This one is thicker. See that? Have to use a little bit more force. But it came out. That one had a rock in it. That one came out good. Alright, so, oh man, this orientation it's not working very good for the camera. So, awkward. So yeah, so I'm back on my Sprayborg. So the reason I use the Sprayborg, because I have a Probot tube for Magic Wand, is that the Sprayborg sits a little bit taller on the handles for me, so it feels a little bit more comfortable. But both machines actually work really well. This one has a sprayer, which I do like sometimes, but I feel like I eat through the chemicals way more with the sprayer than I do with the Probot. I'm using the Sprayborg. Now this one has an onboard sprayer. Works really well. I like it. It's quiet, it's smooth. Compared to the Probot that I have, which I really actually love. I actually prefer the Probot, to be honest. The only thing is, the reason I use this one, for me personally, is that it sits a little taller. The handle sits taller, so I'm able to maneuver it more comfortably. The Probot, it's just slightly short for me. If it would have been just an inch taller, maybe even two, it would have been great. Or if it had an adjustable, I guess, arm to lift it up, that would have made it so much better for me. But yeah, so technically I do prefer the Probot. The Probot actually is my most used machine. But when I have two machines going, I use this one just because it does sit a little taller for me. For large commercial work, I prefer the drip over the spray. The spray does get a little tiring. You have to kind of constantly be spraying it here and there to get it. I mean, the pad's holding a lot of chemicals, so it does a lot of the work. Man, this carpet has so much hair. Once I start hitting it with the pad, it starts bringing out the hair and it gets clogged up in the pad. So once I get home, I have to wash it and dehair it. Is that the right word, dehair? But yeah. But yeah, you see I'm doing this game room. Do it every month. Comes out pretty good. The only thing is today, man, we're being rushed. We usually start at 8:30, so we could be finished by 11:30. Usually it takes us 2 hours flat. But sometimes we have to work a little bit faster because there's sometimes a lot of gum on the carpet, especially when they skip a month. Sometimes they'll skip a month, and makes it a little harder on us. So they actually did skip last month on us, so it was a little bit dirty, but not too dirty. They were kind of slow. That's the reason they skipped. Oh man, there's so much hair coming out. But yeah, I mean, I prefer doing this method for commercial just because it's faster. It's fairly good. It's just as good, to be honest. It's not as deep of a clean as when I do steam cleaning, hot water extraction. But for most commercial work, this is enough. There's going to be some things that don't come out after a while, and then that's when I recommend, like, hey, you know what, it's time for us to do a deep clean. So I use a stronger product, something like what's it called, grease eater. So that way, it has a lot of the degreasing properties to break down a bunch of the food stuff, especially in a commercial space like this that they do serve food and drinks. So I think it's gonna be time that I tell this client, like, hey, you know what? I think we need to do the steam cleaning. Let's get it done. So that way it can get cleaner. But for the every month type thing, this is definitely good enough. You know, I leave here and they're happy with it. It looks really, really good all the time. Smells better. Yeah. So if you see my videos on Instagram, you're probably noticing a difference now in the look. I did get a camera, got a DJI Osmo Nano, just so I could be able to mount it up here on my cap. I did have the Meta glasses, but I didn't like them just because they only shot vertical. You know, I wanted something that was more versatile, so I can shoot up and down. I mean, horizontal, sideways for YouTube. I wanted something like that, and this gave me pretty much the same look, ease of use, and the ability to wear it fairly easy. Yeah, it's not as convenient as the glasses, but it's pretty good. It's out of the way. And there's no stigma of that of what like the Meta glasses have become. You know, I see online there's a stigma like, oh, he's wearing Meta glasses, he's a creep, he's recording people, and it's like, I mean, I'm sure there are people like that doing that, but for the majority of us just trying to create content of our work, like, nah, it's not. But I'd rather do this. It's more noticeable. It's more in your face on top of my cap. So that way, if somebody sees it, if they have something to say, they're like, hey, you know what? I don't want you to record. Okay, cool. That's cool with me, you know? Like, it doesn't bother me. I do quite a bit of homes that clients do ask that I refrain from taking photos or video. And then there's some that I'm kind of like, oh, should I or should I not? And usually I don't. I might take a before and after photo, like real tight, to where all you see is like, say, one section of the carpet or one section of the couch, and that's it. But I don't get anything else in the background, so that way you can't distinguish it. But even then, sometimes I don't even do that. I'm very bad at doing before and after photos, so yeah. So you can see the difference. It's more vibrant, cleaner on the sides. I still haven't done the middle, but the middle is, you know, dingy looking, you know, like there's a layer of dirt on top. But yeah, you can definitely see the difference off to the sides. So much hair in this game room, though. I'm suspecting they're not vacuuming very much. So when I vacuum, I'm taking out more, but you see the difference. Clean, not clean, clean, not clean. Yeah, that'll come out. Yeah. Sprayborg. It's looking pretty good. Got the Probot over there. Yes, I don't know if you could see the difference. It's definitely cleaning up a lot better. And a time crunch though, so I'm moving a little faster than normal. Usually we do like 2 really good passes, but just things ain't working in our favor right now for time, so we're getting to it. I'm already on the last section. Just things slowing me down is well, one, I do the dirtier side, and two, there's a ton of hair that's embedded into this carpet, because I realized they're not even vacuuming. They're running over with like just I don't even know what they're called, analog type vacuums. So it's not picking up hair at all what they're doing. So as I'm going over it, as we're going over it, hair is just coming out like crazy from the fibers. So yeah. Yes, I got to do a little bit of maintenance on this machine. It's a little louder than what it used to be. Probably some stuff is loose. Got to figure out what's loose, tighten it up. But yeah, this was one of my better investments here. Got it for a killer deal at a warehouse in Houston. You're gonna be mad when I say it, but I got it for $500 and it worked. I didn't have to do anything to it. The only thing I had to do was buy a new solution jug for it, and they were like $8. So yeah, I got like 3 of them. I'm gonna buy a few more because it helps when I'm doing like hotels where I can just position them around strategically, so I don't have to stop and get more water. All right, so we got it done just in time, right before opening. Usually we have like 30-45 minutes to spare, but today we cut it close, just a few minutes, like 7 minutes. But yeah, no, it came out good. Low moisture, came out real good. Got all the stains, they're ready to go. All right guys, see you later.